Saturn in Pisces from March 7, 2023. How this event will affect our lives. March 7th is a very important day for representatives of such zodiac signs as Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio. This is due to the ingression of the planet Saturn into Pisces at 1534 Kiev time. Also, on this day, the full moon in Virgo at 1534 Kiev time, and this astrological event will affect the lives of all people. Saturn is the planet of karma, laws, norms and restrictions. Characterizes social life, higher goals, career, political processes. The cycle of Saturn is 29.5 years, and this age is one of the critical ones in our lives. That is, every 30 years Saturn returns to the same coordinates in the sky in which the planet was at birth, says astrologer Marina Sokolova. The transit of Saturn in Pisces will first of all give freedom to Aquarius and limit the possibilities of those born under the sign of Pisces. For the past 2.5 years, Saturn has moved in the sign of freedom and independence, Aquarius. The whole world is faced with restrictions, and especially the representatives of this zodiac sign. However, Saturn is the second ruler of Aquarius, which has helped many people whose activities are connected with Aquarian energies find a foothold for themselves. Saturn is order, tradition and discipline. The planet forms seriousness and strengthens vital positions. When a planet enters each sign of the zodiac every 2.5 to 3 years, this indicates that the time has come to bear personal responsibility for previously committed actions. During this period, Pisces will face internal contradictions. There will be a struggle in themselves, doubts, hesitation, but somehow noticeable to others, visible in a state of indecision, or, conversely, in opposition and disagreement. This is a difficult period of structuring the personality, but during this time one can learn to be collected and serious. The previous 2.5 years, Aquarius received life lessons, worked out their karma, but at the same time, many representatives of this zodiac sign found an inner core. The next few years will be very bright for Aquarians, as they will finally be able to achieve the feeling of desired freedom. At the end of February, beginning of March 2023, Saturn will sum up the results, help to consolidate the result, after which a new reality awaits Aquarius, which will begin to take shape in April to May of this year. Saturn will move in Pisces from March 7, 2023 to February 15, 2026. First of all, this period will be remembered for a long time by representatives of the Pisces sign. How unexpected and inconvenient the restrictions of Saturn in Aquarius, late 2020 early 2023, so smoothly the planet manifests itself in Pisces. The transit of Saturn should not be taken as a punishment, but it is still a serious life test. First of all, moving through one or another sign of the zodiac, the planet enhances the ability to structure, plan, and focus. However, all this happens through the assumption of additional obligations, self-organization, which allows you to create a certain system that fits into the generally accepted framework. Pisces is a sign of spirituality, faith, ideals, opposite to Virgo. Moving through Pisces, Saturn builds opposition to the sun of people born under the sign of Virgo. If we divide the full circle that makes up the zodiac, which has a circumference of 360 degrees by 2, we get 180 degrees, the opposition aspect. 2, deuce, symbolizes two beginnings, two opposites, difference and complementarity, like yang and yin. Saturn and the Sun will manifest themselves in this aspect in a similar way, through opposition, contradictions to the creation of the whole. 2 is an active source of fluctuations, therefore the opposition is associated with breaks, destruction, as a kind of test, after passing through which, representatives of the Virgo sign will receive addition, compensation and harmony. Therefore, it is necessary to be prepared for the fact that in the period from March 7, 2023 to February 15, 2026, many Virgos will face contradiction and opposition from the outside world. To minimize possible difficulties, it is necessary to learn how to establish a balance, but excessive compliance should also be avoided. In the next 3 years, Virgos will develop those qualities that may not be enough for social and professional success. This will become possible through other people, through the world around us, but in the form of difficult life situations. Gemini and Sagittarius also need to prepare for a difficult period, because the tense aspect from the transiting Saturn to the Sun of the representatives of these signs of the zodiac makes them fight, leads to conflicts, destruction, both internal, personal life, health, and external, career, professional activity. But only that which is unstable is destroyed, which no longer makes sense to maintain and reconstruct. The aspect, square, is associated with 4, symbolizes a specific implementation, materialization, formalization, rigidity. In the next 3 years, what was shelved in previous years will manifest itself. The square of transit Saturn to the Sun of Gemini and Sagittarius will make them go through life lessons, pass the exam, and require huge energy costs on the way to achieving their goals. But such conditions of a tense aspect form a strong personality, sometimes tough, with a core inside, a strict internal system. Or, without passing the tests, according to the square, a person receives destruction and goes into a position of coercion. They force him, put him in a rigid framework, difficult conditions. Thus, a square educates and grows a personality in a person, or a person himself will become a square, stable, realized in this world, or will be suppressed by circumstances from the outside. Cancers and Scorpios will also be under the influence of Saturn, but this is due to a favorable set of circumstances, success in work. There will be an opportunity to show what the representatives of these signs are good at or what they are masterful of. For these people, it is very important to find their inner peace, which will give them the opportunity to extinguish internal conflicts and look at life from an objective point of view. They need to connect many things, actions into one whole, but as a result, by the spring of 2026, Cancers and Scorpios will feel confident, reach heights in the social sphere, create a successful business or formalize a marriage union. But for this, it is necessary to make plans, work, and not sit back and wait for everything to happen by itself and somehow. The main danger for Cancers and Scorpios is that during the period of a harmonious aspect, laziness may appear from transit Saturn, and unwillingness to do more and use opportunities to the maximum. And that's how it all works out. Such a state, when a person simply goes with the flow, can cause blocked energy, which manifests itself in difficult and unpleasant situations, diseases. The accumulated but unrealized energy is very difficult to unblock, because it gradually thickens. And after a few years, inertia arises, a great internal tension is created, sometimes leading to a desire to submit to fate, to self-abasement or self-flagellation. March 7th is a very important day for representatives of such zodiac signs as Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio. This is due to the ingression of the planet Saturn into Pisces at 1534 Kiev time. Also, on this day, the full moon in Virgo at 1534 Kiev time, and this astrological event will affect the lives of all people. That's all we have. Subscribe and don't miss our daily and unique releases from Bony Horoscope. See you soon.